Hey everyone, welcome to Video Game Inspiration, the show where we talk about what inspired your favorite games to come to life. Today we'll be taking a look at the first-person cooperative shooter, Borderlands. This game was created by Gearbox Software and is an open-world, cel-shaded RPG with a lot of guns. So without any delay, let's dive right in and talk about what made the developers want to make this game like it is today. The single #1 most inspirational thing to Gearbox for the creation of Borderlands is the movie series called Mad Max. This post-apocalyptic movie starring Mel Gibson took place in a resourceless Australian outback. This movie contains a lot of over-the-top violence with a central focal point on driving heavily modified cars. This movie consists of a lot of deranged psychos driving in these metal death traps while killing anyone they'd like just for fun or the occasional resource. And it is up to the main protagonist, Mad Max, to defend the innocent from these raging psychos. Does this sound familiar? Well, it should, because that pretty much describes Borderlands at a glance. It is very clear to see how this inspired the art style in Borderlands as well as the majority of the characters. It also heavily inspired the over-the-top violence that is used in this series. This is such a prominent influence, there are many allusions to these movies. One clear example would be the boss named Mad Mel. This is a clear homage to the main character, Mad Max. Another lesser-known film that inspired Borderlands' use of cel shading is a short animation called Code Hunters. This 2006 animation uses a lot of cel shading in a very wasteland-like setting, which it's fairly apparent how this influenced Gearbox. So much so, Gearbox went along to thank the media for promoting this mini-movie, saying it's great content and one can no doubt imagine that a number of artists and designers at Gearbox were inspired and influenced by it. By simply playing the game and watching this movie, it is fairly apparent how this influenced the creation of Borderlands. According to the co-founder, Randy Pitchford, the developers were aiming to base the cooperative mode off the squad system in Brothers of Arms. However, this squad system was merely a base for this mode. It is not nearly as apparent as the other influences on this game. As with the item system, it derives from the very popular MMO, World of Warcraft. The use of colors to represent tiers between elite items and common items is based off the same system from World of Warcraft. Pitchford admits that Blizzard created the system and stated that the reason it's so commonly used is because it works, further saying, why reinvent the colors when you're just going to confuse people? The final notable influence on Borderlands is the game series Diablo. In an interview with Pitchford, he said, Diablo is certainly a huge influence on the item system, with all the iterations of the things you can do there. The way Diablo was able to handle game progression as well as the player leveling inspired a similar system in Borderlands. Diablo is able to keep the game fresh while the player continuously improves themselves, which Gearbox must have realized how important a similar system would be in their upcoming game, Borderlands. But this is just one game. Let me know what you'd like to hear the origins of in the comments below. As always, have a swell day. Peace out. Hey, did you like that video? I hope you did. Anyway, if you would like to see more videos per month, make sure you donate to my Patreon page. For the small cost of $1, you unlock 4 extra videos per month. That's less than a can of soda. So do you want 4 videos by me, or that Diet Dr. Pepper?